Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Hopefully that works. I think it
Hello.
might be. Hello?
Hello.
Ooh, hello.
Hello. How are you, Sean?
I'm all right. I'm alive.
I didn't think you were just.
Do you want to? Do you need to tick the box? I think I should have already pressed that setting. But
I think
let
I've
me
done
make
it.
sure. You've already done it? Well, that works.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Audio included. Are you streaming, Lovey?
I am already streaming.
Oh, are we on board?
We are on board with Billy, but he's just finished a lap. Steele's coming through Jackie X curve now. I've got a lot of drivers that have just started or are just finishing up a lap. Who've we got? Yellow's in the third sector, but that's just for cars slowing down. No major incidents there. How are you today, Mike?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm all right. I've been nursing my mother-in-law, but getting accused of being the ERC insider, and just had a quite personal call about one of the endurance teams I helped to run. That one of the team drivers isn't playing ball, and we're going to have to take evasive action. So quite an eventful day, really.
I was about to say, that sounds absolutely lovely, I'll tell you that. Mike comes across the line, he's going to be 7th here in Q1.
I see we've been let down by a few people tonight, unfortunately. I believe there's supposed to be 19 definites. We're down to 16 for some unknown reason, but we go on.
Also, if I cut out and cut back in, it's because I'm back on the wired control and my wireless has just run out of battery just before I joined.
No worries, mate. It'll be music to our ears when we can't hear you.
I've heard that before.
How are you, mate? Anyway, you've asked how I am. It's
yeah, I'm all right. What have I done? I've done my laundry for the first time in the new house.
Is it a different washer then to what you usually?
Different washer. I don't have to pay for it brilliantly.
Wow. Bonus.
Yeah, because in the old place I had to pay like $3.50 for a wash, and it wasn't even for a dry either.
Oh my god, disgusting. No wonder there's so many millionaires about doing that sort of thing. Wow.
Isn't it bloody just?
I thought things were all in when you were renting and what have you.
Nah.
Disgusting.
You're telling
Anyway, you've got all the mod cons now then, mate.
Sure, yeah.
Have you got a dishwasher?
No.
Oh.
That's fine.
We have. It's called Michael.
I have. It's called My Hands and a Sponge. MCL across the line. It's a fastest lap. We've seen this happen before, haven't we?
We certainly have, but it's not as more in his advantage more than it was yesterday. An hour and a half. No, it wasn't
An hour and a half?
It was
Bloody hell, what sort of advantages has he put in?
It was a second and a half he had last night, but he's come back. I think the Williams has brought him back down to earth a little bit.
I was about to say, because this is also realistic performance, just like last night. But last night he was in a Red Bull, which is obviously the all dominant car at this point.
Makes me look fast, Red Bull.
Somehow.
Oof, you are a person. You are a bitch.
When you're on the right tyres, I'm sure. Put it this way: when you're on the right tyres in Brazil, I'm sure it does.
Okay. I was gambling. I was expecting it to rain again.
Yeah, he says pitting 10 laps later than everybody else.
Okay.
I've taken the piss, all of you.
Why am I going red here? Why am I going red? Why am I embarrassed about it?
Yeah, why are you going red?
It's only me in the room and the dog.
How's the dog doing?
Sleep. Sleep.
Fair enough.
She's going back home. She's having an operation tomorrow. And then she's having a bit taken away tomorrow. The Exo's on a lap. No, he didn't on an out lap.
He's just on an out lap, but Adrenaline's on a push lap. It's fastest first section. He goes through the hairpin and towards Jackie X curve. Now, we had this discussion last night. There's a lot of corners around here which has got quite a few names.
I like the Jackie X curve. I like that.
Yeah.
If that's legit, that's what we'll call it. And it's the first bend, is it? Is it that first bend?
No, that's La Source. Jackie X curve is the one after that hairpin. That other hairpin.
Got you.
The one after the Camel Straight.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
So it's the first bend on the hairpin.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Adrenaline across the line. He's fastest first, fastest middle, but not fastest final. Puts him second.
No.
Well, keeps him second.
No. Yeah.
By less than a tenth.
Iconic's on a lap. He's 600ths up.
Exo's
he's,
also trying to
actually purple sector 1 Iconic.
Ooh, very nice. Now, this is generally a track where you want a little bit less downforce. Purely for the reasons that if you have a bit more downforce, as we saw with a McLaren in real life recently, it's going to be a struggle to overtake.
Yeah, well, I actually knocked 4/10 off my TT today going with the presets. Not the maximum downforce, the actual next one down from maximum. Yeah. Increased downforce, and I knocked 4/10 off today, so I was quite chuffed. I was quite proud of that. And I'm catching you up. I'm sure it's raining.
Is it raining? I'll be honest, there's a reason I've got glasses. I can't really tell, but it looks like it could at any moment.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I saw white streaks. I might be mistaken, but we'll see.
We shall see. Billy's on a lap heading through. Ooh, moment there. Goodness me, that's his lap gone. Almost lost control of it through the second corner at Piff Path. That was a good save from him.
Does Billy fit way up? MCL's retired from the session, so he's obviously
satisfied with that time.
Oh, that's good of Billy. He's gone in the pits. Exo's White. Is he just going round Jackie Hicks? Jackie Hicks got on it. You've gone quiet again, mate. Casper.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. What's happening now? Shaggy's just started a lap heading through La Source.
Yeah, actually slowed right down.
I did see that just towards the end. Maybe he made a mistake or something?
Didn't see him make a mistake. I was on board with him. Anyway, Shaggy's got his foot down.
Yeah, foot to the floor down the Kemmel Straight. You're looking at, well, in excess of 210. I think it's 214,
Yeah,
that one.
214, yeah.
Yeah. Not a fastest first sector, though.
He must have caught the first corner up, which is notorious for, if you can get that line right, 1 out of 10, you're doing okay.
Yeah, it's usually a good starting point as well.
Yeah.
Considering what we had last night, it's where a lot of things can happen.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a race change for quite a few people yesterday on that first turn, receiving underfloor damage and whatsoever, and never being able to recover, as the ERC Insider informed us today.
Oh yes, ERC Insider, yes.
Both myself and you, Casper, are, I think, 5-4 favourites that we are the ERC Insider. So,
are we now?
Fame at last. Yeah. Anyway, Shaggy's invalidated.
Well, I'll tell you what. Considering that ERC Insider has said himself, or herself, could be a her. ERC has said themselves that they've not done a race, so it can't really be you on this one.
Well, two people that don't race, they could be blaming me and you. You, and perhaps Goose. I'm not bothered. I know it's not me. I've got better things to do, and I'm sure you have. But anyway,
I shan't comment.
Anyway,
on this.
Pro Ricardo's purple sector 1. He's halfway down, just past Jacket's gone and out, and he's just coming to end of sector 2. And he's 2/10 up.
He's 2/10 up, but he invalidated through curve.
Validated! Wow! Dorsey Days, same position. And he's 7/10 up.
I was going to say, because I've seen quite a few drivers invalidate their time. Bottom of the hill through curve Paul Frey, I think that's turn 15. The last turn of that middle sector. Because the curbs are really wide. So the drivers are taking a decent chunk of liberty with it.
He's coming now. He's coming down 140. 3-7. That's enough P8.
8/10 up on his personal best.
Yep.
Now, here's an interesting one. Because obviously we do have the requirement for...
Qualifying.
And
Rookie and Pastello haven't.
That's my point. What's going to happen here?
It's just managers, because there is budgets with the managers. There isn't budgets with the 100 on Sunday.
Okay.
It's just managers. I was just going to say it's disgusting that they've retired in the pits and they're costing their manager money. Well, they haven't got a manager, have they? So
Adrenaline's got fastest lap with a 142.6. That shows that MCL is very much beatable in this, in the Williams at least. Maybe not necessarily in the Red Bull, but in the Williams potentially, as time has ran out. Checkered flag is flying for this first section of qualifying. So whoever's on a lap is on a lap. Minden's coming through like calm. Heading towards the hairpin here at turn 8 before the Jackie X curve. Kept it quite tight to the curve. Ooh, thought he lost the rear there for a moment.
Yeah, it's easy to go over the curb there as well.
Yeah.
To invalidate as it is there if you don't lift a little.
through Piff Path. Again, you don't want to take too much curb. He hasn't really taken any there. And then keeps it in. It's the fastest middle.
Yeah.
This could be interesting as he starts to run up the hill through Blanchimont towards the bus stop. Flat through here.
Nobody ever queues for a bus there.
Because there isn't any bus stop signs. No routes run through here, my friend. That'll be why. But it's a 143.3. Puts him in third for the time being. And Adrenal's the only person on a lap.
He's a second down, so there we go, over and done with. Adrenal is your pole sitter.
That's only Q1.
It's short. Yeah, it's short, mate. Short qualifying.
Oh, is it short? Right, okay. I'd have hyped it up a little bit more. But I thought we were doing, okay, fair enough. In that case, Adrenal is your pole sitter. MCL is also on the front row, as we saw yesterday, with the two Hasses in 5th and 7th doing quite well. The other Williams in Hikovnik also doing quite well, putting him in 6th. Iconic even. Aston Martin not doing too well with 12th place for Pro Ricardo. And is there anything else that's relatively major? The Alpines are going to be at the very back because 11th and 15th for that one.
The only major thing I've seen today with 100 is the welcome return of Sternface. To me, that is great. Lovely to see the lad returning.
I mean, he did mention it on yesterday's stream. If you were,
if
anybody was watching, he did mention it yesterday.
Did you note what Adrenal's time was?
1:42.6, from what I remember.
It's 2/10 off MCL's time last night.
MCL's pole time?
Yeah.
I could have sworn his pole time was a 1:41.
Oh, sorry, it can't read my own writing, mate. It was a 1:41.4. I thought it said 1:46.4, but no, you're right. I'm sorry. Apologies. Michael needs to wipe his glasses. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wipe his glasses and fix his handwriting, clearly. Damn.
Oh. Right. Should we go through the runners and riders?
Go for it.
Right. In tier 5 in the Red Bull is Rookie. Unfortunately, Rookie's the only driver in tier 5 tonight, the Red Bull and Ferrari. Tier 4, we've got Mercedes, Adrenal and Minden. Aston Martin, Pro Ricardo is the only driver in the Aston Martin. Then in tier 3, in the Alpine, we have Shaggy and Pasteleo. Alfa Romeo, we have Sternface and Dorsey Dave. Tier 2, in the McLaren, M Steel and Exo. And in the Williams, MCL and Iconic. And tier 1, in the Haas, we've got Bird and Billy. And in the AlphaTauri, Verstappen and Wallace. And that concludes your runners and riders for tonight's event.
Pretty good lineup, that.
Isn't it? Strong lineup.
Yeah. A lot of good drivers, a lot of established drivers, a decent chunk of new drivers, at least ones that I've not seen.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that Dorsey Dave and Iconic in the fun races that we had. Mm-hmm. Both can mix and match with the best. Iconic, I'm not sure. Let me have a look at the results from the fun races. I'm sure he had a podium. Just bear with me one moment.
I will bear with you. And in the
bear
meantime,
with me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the International Paddock Twitch. There is a lot more stuff in store because we do have ERC And then there is the podcast on Mondays. Yes,
Who don't get the podcast? Yeah, 5 o'clock Mondays.
there we are. With Mike and Goose.
That's
And
Sunday. Yeah.
that is
Oh,
also...
on the podcast. Yeah, there's myself, Goose, Sam Fairburn, and Jamie O'Connell.
I might...
Yeah, looking back on the sorry, I just
I was just
I'm
saying,
interrupting you.
I've got Monday off. I might see if I can...
Might even
chip in.
Might even ask you to join in for your opinions on things. Yeah, iconic in the ERC full race Abu Dhabi. Iconic was actually P2, and
Ooh.
Dorsey Dave was P3.
Well, there you are. That's...
Yeah, they have got pace.
always
Unfortunately, Dorsey Dave was one of them that was cut short last night with the desync stroke problem we had last night. But
there was a lot
see
of
if he puts
problems
things
last
straight
night.
tonight.
Yeah, there was a decent chunk of unusual problems, to say the least.
Should we say teething problems?
Yeah, let's call them teething problems. First race.
Yeah.
On new game. There was bound to be issues.
Of course it was.
But
I don't think we'll iron them out overnight. It's one of these things, isn't it? So.
Well, maybe they figured a couple of bits out.
What does my head in when they do a patch?
Go on.
It gets rid of all your TT times.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I was quite upset about that.
Oh, now that's not fun.
No.
I mean, if I'm honest, my TT times are like on Qatar. I think I was about 2.5 seconds off MCL or something.
You're doing a lot better than me, mate. Right, we're going at 20:30, according to Mr. Epso nephew. So
that's a couple of minutes' time.
Yeah, 2 minutes. To give us a song or something like that. Oscar, or
believe me, you don't want.
Have you got
me
any
to
news, mate? You got anything that's happened today? Anybody bought any jeans off you?
I won't at work today. I'm going work tomorrow, Saturday.
Right. Oh, you've been washing, haven't you, today? You've been putting your wash on.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, I've moved house, so I'm trying to figure everything out. And one thing that unfortunately has happened is that in order for me to go shopping to a relatively... I will leave the supermarket unnamed, but to a relatively cheap supermarket, I have to go about 20 minutes.
Does it begin with an L or A?
A. And it's the green one.
Okay. Right, fair enough.
So for me to go to the green place with the name beginning with A, I have to walk about 20 minutes, unfortunately. There's no real much closer space.
Oh, I'm going to check your ear now, Casper, because you didn't mention the actual name of the company yesterday. Because it was a 20-minute walk to the nearest
shop. And essentially, first of all, I made the mistake of going in a jumper, despite it being 25 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's been
and I didn't check the
today.
forecast. And second, I decided, right, I've got the shopping, I'm going to take the bus back. In a jumper in 25 degrees with shopping.
Yeah, formation that.
I felt like it was about 40.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Casper, I did the lawn this afternoon. I only had my shorts on and a baseball cap.
As you do.
And it was dripping. It was dripping off me. It was really, really warm. I mean, we're up, obviously, northwest 200 odd miles from yourself. But yeah, it's 24, 25 degrees today up here.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be about 26 tops today.
Yeah.
Right, back to the racing, because I'm sure people don't really want to hear about my shopping stories.
Hey, you never know.
Well,
There could be somebody quite interested, mate.
well, I'm
No.
going to take the bet and say that there is.
The insider will be interested that you shop at.
Yeah, because
Won't
he's gonna figure out what the nearest shop to me.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're the insider, please don't, I beg. In terms of tires, most people on the mediums actually. There's a couple on
good job you mentioned.
softs with MCL and Dash Stappen in 4th place, and Rookie at the back, known for going for the alternate strategy, is on hards.
Interesting.
But everybody else
Interesting.
is on the medium tyre. And
Right, tyre drag around here. What's it like, Casper?
to be fair, from what I've seen and from what little driving I've done around here, it's not too bad. Because it's a long track, it's obviously going to be like pretty long over a lap. But in terms of distance, it's relatively okay. Because you do have some of the faster speed corners, like the double left at Pouon, Blanchimont doesn't help, and a couple a bit more of a medium high speed corner. But overall, it's relatively average, I think.
Right.
As we see,
I know.
I was about to say, as we see a Red Bull line up at the back of the grid.
Well, he did retire without setting a time, so he's only self to blame.
Yeah, but to be fair, he does normally do that, so it's not really much of a surprise. But
and we're can you send your lights? Because I can. Oh, here you go.
I'll do it. 5 lights on ahead of everybody. ERC 100 is go. Looks to be a good start from MCL. Off of the second spot, he goes into the lead. He's taken him well. He's taken Adrenaline well before the corner, but Adrenaline's going to fight back. So the soft tyres have worked a dream. In the background. Yeah, about to say, no chaos through turn 1. Wallace is getting ahead of Bird for 7th place as they head up the hill through Eau Rouge and Radion, down the Camel Straight. As we look towards Billy, who's getting very, very close with Minden. Is he going to go for a move into Lacombe? No, not quite. Drivers are going to definitely want to be making moves relatively early because the first lap's the best opportunity to make any moves, but he goes a little wide. Heading out of Lacombe.
Yeah, Wallace is just past Iconic. He's got his head on.
Taking him up the inside of the hairpin. Good move there. But again, MCL, as we saw yesterday, yes, he does have a tyre advantage this time, but he has pulled away already.
Yeah, not even a lap. Not even completed a lap, and he's already a step in front.
Ooh, that's a brave move from Billy there, going up the inside at Piff Path.
Just caught that. Yeah.
That was a very brave move. Minden definitely gave him the space, but Billy is on a charge here. I think he started about 7th.
Yeah, I'll have a look for you in a moment.
And he's up in 4th already. And now he's definitely going to be looking toward Dash Stappen so he can be on the podium. In a hat.
Certainly. Yeah, we've got your big movers up to you after one lap. We just see Minden closing up on the back of Billy. We've got MCL up 1, Dash Stappen up 1, Billy up 1, Wallace up 2, Steele up 1, Ricardo up 1, and Pasteleo up 2. And your big losers are Minden, who's down 2, and everybody else is down 1.
Here, Steele's been able to overtake Dave going through Lassor, starting lap 2 of 44. It was a great move, managed to catch it from with the rear wing of the Haas in front.
Stappen is pushing on Adrenal for P2. Sorry for interrupting, Casper.
No, it's fine, don't worry. But here comes Bird trying to get up the inside of Iconic. He goes around the outside of the second corner of Lacombe and manages to get that done.
Yeah, two abreast, I see, with the McLaren of Steele and Dorsey Dave. Iconic also up there, and somebody went a little bit wide.
Iconic goes back up the inside of Steel to try to keep that 8th place side by side, going out of Jackie X towards Puon, but Steele's managed to be able to get ahead of the Williams, and so Iconic's lost 2 positions in about 5 corners.
Oh, there's a yellow flag.
Yellow's in sector 2. That is Sternface, my friend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Not sure if
a few positions.
Not sure if he had a spin or if he went wide, but he's lost a couple of positions there.
Yeah. Come on, Luke. Get your head on. Yeah, the Verstappen was close up to Adrenal earlier. He's just made a lift on the slight error, and he's dropped half a second behind now. So that battle has finished for the time being.
MCL's got a new fastest of 147.6, but that is on softs. Those softs aren't going to last too long. Again, purely because of the behemoth that is Spa in terms of distance. That's why there's only 44 laps.
Good word, behemoth.
Thank you. In comparison to, say, oh Christ, I don't know, Bahrain, which has got, I think, 57. It's a much longer track.
Yeah, there's a little battle here with Iconic, Pro Ricardo and Shaggy.
Here comes Pro Ricardo going around the outside of the kink on the Kemmel Straight using DRS, but here comes Shaggy as well going up the inside. Doesn't really need the braking zone, so you can really see how effective DRS is. Shaggy almost pushing Iconic off the road. So Iconic is really drowning here at this early stage of the race.
Certainly is. I don't know if he's received any damage in that. I've not seen any, but he's certainly dropping down the field like a dose of salts.
Now, one thing that I want to bring up, was Hards the best choice for rookie? Because he's 5.5 seconds down after 2.5 laps.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They should start working by now.
You'd hope
we'll
so.
See. I'll keep my eye on that. But interesting, you can see the 2 soft runners are in the top 3.
They did start 2nd and 4th.
Yeah.
So that's not
True.
particularly a massive surprise.
No, Sternface again, is it?
Looks to be heading into curve Paul Frey turn 14, I think. I don't know the corner numbers. I just know most of the names.
Yeah, just at the end of sector 2, it's fun.
There we are. Qualifier, love it. Here we are, Wallace on Billy, battle for 5th place, battle for, in terms of points, yes, it's only an extra point, but both of these would love a top 5 finish, especially considering, well, they're in a Hassan and AlphaTauri. They're not particularly, what's the word, competitive cars. Ordinarily, anyway.
Good choice of word, here comes Wallace.
Doesn't really even need the braking zone, but Billy's trying to stick his nose in.
Yeah. Not giving that position up, Billy, without a fight.
He isn't, and why should he?
Exactly.
But
he's got a good inside line there.
That's what I'm thinking. He's got a good inside. There's contact there. I don't know if Billy's hit the wall or not, but there's contact between both of these. Billy's going in for a move on the inside of Puon, side by side through here. It's a brave move to do, and has not been able to work. But this is just losing them time.
The rest are catching up.
Hello.
And Adrenal's out.
Spin on exit of Piff Path. From what I can see, he's hit the wall. Yeah.
The wall there, yeah.
He's
seen it as the car's passed.
Now,
a safety car.
This is going to offer a lifeline for MCL on this one, I think.
Yeah.
It's a pit stop under safety car conditions. The pit lane is sort of average length.
23 seconds, I've been told.
But if we were using the endurance pits, you'd be losing, well, upwards of a minute.
A minute, yeah.
Upwards of a minute, considering that it is, from what I read, the longest pit lane out there, or at least one of.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all pitting.
It's over a kilometre.
Steel.
Apart from Steel, one of the Hasses stayed out. Shaggy's also stayed out from what I can see. There's a lot of shuffling. while everybody sorts the pit sequence. Oh, who's going to get ahead now? Oh, I think Steele just got ahead of Bird on that one. That was very, very close.
Interesting. Quite a few drivers put hards on Casper.
That is also a very interesting one. Because you wouldn't, pardon me, considering Rookie's pace so far, either he's made a mistake or those hards really aren't working.
I thought it had started working 4 laps in, but so I've been keeping an eye on it. But obviously that's null and void now after the safety car, because I can't see where he's catching up as it was 5 seconds. But no. Anyway, fortunate for Adrenal.
Very fortunate. Right, lap 5 of 44. We are under our first safety car. At this point yesterday, we were wrapping up our second.
We were.
But we've only just started the first safety car of this race, with Steele taking a gamble and not pitting, with MCL, who was on the front row. He pitted off the soft tyres that he started on. Bird, Dash, Stappen and Shaggy, your top 5, with Iconic, who was really drowning once DRS was unlocked. He went from 6th, where he is now, I think, to about 11th in the space of 2 laps.
He did.
And then Dave, Pasteleo, Exo, Minden, your top 10, with Rookie, the only man to have started on hards, Wallace, Billy, Pro Ricardo and Sternface, and you can see the position changes on your screen.
Yep.
But one person I want to mention is Pasteleo, because yes, this safety car would have helped, because I assume he hasn't pitted. My assumption is correct. He started 15th. He's currently in 8th. That's a pretty big jump. Did not want to press that.
Craig's safety car not in this lap. So what was I going to say? Yeah, Pasteleo. Can't really remember him doing the 100 before. He's one of our regular Sundays. If he has done the 100, I apologise. But yeah, he's quite a quick driver, Pasteleo. One of our Portuguese friends. Yeah, he's not a bad lad.
Oh, he's Portuguese?
He is, yes. There's Pro Ricardo, Pasteleo, where's the other one? Iconic.
Well, obrigado to all 3 of you.
Obrigado.
To be fair, I do genuinely like learning languages. Because for anybody who doesn't know, I'm Polish. So I know 2 languages by default. I know some German at GCSE level. I know a little bit of French. And I'm trying to learn Spanish, I think.
Yeah, that is on my to-do list. I do know a little bit Spanish. You know a little bit, but I'd like to increase my Spanish vocabulary.
What can I do?
Talk.
I can count to 10, I think.
In Spanish?
Yeah.
Much more than me.
I think. I'll be honest. I learned it years ago off of kids when I was like young, off of a kids TV show called Handy Manny.
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, it's basically a Spanish mechanic with talking tools off to fix stuff. And
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sort of stuff that I grew up with. Because Disney Junior, there you are. But safety car is in this lap. So we'll see when Steele does decide to take the jump. But yeah, I remember there being one specific song where he counted all the tools that he had, because it's a kids' TV show. Of course, there'd be a song where he counts his tools, and the tools can talk because it's a kids' TV show. Why wouldn't they?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. Give it a Google when we're done with this, and I'll send you a link or two.
That's very kind of you.
As we get ready to
Did the tools have names?
Probably. I can't remember them. I was 7.
Anyway, let's watch the race, eh?
Yeah. Let's watch the race, eh? As we go green, heading out the bus stop chicane, lap 7 of 44.
He's not gone yet.
He's not gone yet. He's just gone
He's
now.
gone now.
Now the Williams is usually good at straight line. MCL's already going for it. He's up the inside of Steele into Lassour. So that's a very quick getaway. Dash Stappen's also getting ahead of Bird for 3rd place.
We're clear.
And some very quick moves.
Another clear turn 1.
Another, surprisingly, considering it is Lassour's, we do see a lot of drama. Yesterday, we also saw a lot of drama. Billy is out of the race. It's a safety car again.
Wow, we didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. It looks to be on the top of the hill, at least where he was positioned.
Yeah.
And that's all that I could see. Contact maybe, or a spin? Although considering that it is top of the hill at Eau Rouge and Radion, it could be anything.
Right, knowing Billy, he will put what's happened in the chat. I'll just have a look at that for you.
I've literally just opened Discord. He hasn't put anything just yet.
I'm not going to swear, as the writer has done in Discord, but Adrenal, which I feel sorry for, mate, you're out early-ish in the race, and I totally feel for you, pal, but he's put, I hate the beep school bus of a Mercedes. Beep, 20 kids in the back of that car, holy beep. So he's very about the Mercedes. Adrenal. Just wait for Billy's reaction to his DNF, and I'm sure I'll be beeping again. Considering
it's a Mercedes, the Mercedes is usually one of the cars towards the top end of the field, no? So you'd imagine that it's going to be at least relatively agile and all that other sort of stuff that you'd expect. But clearly no. We do see some drivers pit. Iconic and Pasteleo. They've pitted. I wonder what sort of tyres, or maybe front wing damage, potentially.
They have been involved with Billy.
Potentially. Actually, no, Billy was much further down. Billy was much further down the grid, because Billy had pitted. Bird hadn't, which is why he was considerably lower. He was about Wallace rookie territory at the time.
Right. Iconic and Pasteleo put hards on.
They've put hards on. Now, it's too early for hards to pull to the end of the race. After half distance, yes, but it's a little too early for hards to pull through up until the end. But
sorry, Casper.
I was just
sorry, mate.
No, I was just going to say that maybe they have used now 2 different sets of tyres. So strategy is very much open for them now.
It is, and 50% of the field that's remaining on our hards, and 50% are on mediums. So
half of them are hard, and half of them are not so hard.
It's personal, that, Casper.
Well, I mean, I can flick a setting to show it, really. It's not exactly personal if the game knows about it.
True. It's how you said it, though.
I know, that's the point. That was the point. I am still very much a child, despite being 19 and 6'2".
I was called a child tonight, perhaps about 45 minutes ago when I threw my baseball cap at the missus and hoping it would land on her head, but it didn't. The peak actually hit her on the forehead, and I got the remote control thrown back at me. So you need to grow up. You're 59 years old. You're not a kid anymore.
So we know who's sleeping on the couch tonight.
No, making up's the best bit.
Ah, love it, love it, love it. Unfortunately, there's no couch in this house, but I do have a sleeping bag.
Can't beat a good sleeping bag, mate.
I used it for...
Do you have to have an extra big one with being 6'2"? You have to have an extra little large sleeping bag with being 6'2". Or can you fit in a
nah,
normal one?
I mean, I sort of sleep in a fetal position light, so I don't really need a lot of space.
Right.
But put it this way, I don't know which one I've got because I've had it for years, but I fit just about.
As long as you're comfy in it, mate, that's all that matters.
Doesn't have a pillow, but other than that, it's all right. But, right. Lap 9 of 50... 52? What am I on? 44? I wish we had... put it this way, I wish we had 52 laps as far. I love the damn track.
I do, honestly. It's quite... word I'm looking for.
Picturesque?
Ooh. Well, it's both picturesque, yeah. But the word I was looking
Iconic?
for... Iconic. That is the word.
There we are.
Iconic. It's got everything.
It genuinely really does. That's why you get a lot of racing here. That's why there's a lot of like iconic events that are here. I'm thinking the 24 Hours GT race.
Yep.
You've obviously got
friends of mine went to watch that actually.
Oh,
and it was broadcast live on International Park.
Oh, very nice. What else have you got? You've got WEC race here. You've got the F1. Bikes have recently made a comeback. The only sort of thing the only sort of thing that they really had to do is reprofile the Jackie X curve at turn 9. And that's been pretty much the same. So just imagine bikes taking Eau Rouge at about 150 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a sight.
And it is a 24-hour endurance race as well. I just want to say they do it for 24 hours, which is insane.
Yeah. Yes, I was just going to say we have got MCL in charge of the restart, and he's gone early again.
He's gone early again. He's done the same yesterday. As we go green, 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 we finally enter double digits. Lap 10 of 44. And there's no chance for Steele to make a move like MCL did last time around. No. As he's well clear, well over a second now, already after the first corner. Heading down the hill
again.
Yeah, all clear 3 times in a row. Blimey, I'm pretty sure that's a new Spa record.
Got Shaggy making move on Bird. Will he make it here? He's coming on the right side of Bird.
He's giving it a go. Can he outbrake him?
But
not quite. Minden's made a move on Exo though. Exo's trying to hang it around the outside. That would have given him the inside line, but Minden had a little bit more speed going through that second section.
Iconic and Sternface are swapping positions as well.
I was about to say, unbelievably, Sternface has made up a position.
Yeah, Iconic took him and ran a little wide. Now he's going to lose 2 places at once.
I was about to say, but they're side by side, heading through Jackie X curve on board with Sternface. It's a brilliant viewpoint for this battle. Side by side heading towards Pouon, but Pasteleo was given the space as going too wide through Pouon as well. It's almost a death wish, really.
It looks like Exo might be losing another place here. Wallace has made moves and he's right up his diffuser.
He's right on the rear wing. He's taking
And he's got
the
in the
inside line.
Yeah.
And he's got him done already, but they're still side by side as they head through Blanchimont. Too wide through here. Great respect, although Wallace was forced off track. That's going to be given a look. As MCL's got a new fastest lap, Wallace has got a 3-second time penalty for track limits, but Wallace has made that move. Now, interestingly, would you regard that as looking towards making it an advantage, gaining it off track?
Not personally, no, I wouldn't have thought so. But it's not down to us. It's, in my opinion, he was force wide, but we'll say it's.
Here comes Verstappen for second place. He's going round the outside of Lake Com. He's outbraked Steele and he's got the move done. Now he's going to be chasing after MCL, but with a 4-second gap after, well, about a lap and a half.
Yeah, Exo's just lost another position to Pro Ricardo, and Iconic and Pasteleo are swapping positions.
Once again.
Left, right and centre. Oh, and we've got a spinner there. I think it was...
It is Bird.
Bird
has had a spin on the inside of the Jackie X curve. He's dropping like a stone down from, I think he was about 6th to 11th.
He was, yeah.
But,
yeah,
mind you, we do have 6 different teams in the top 6.
Well spotted, mate, yeah.
And I think that makes it 8 in the top 10.
Yeah, that's, yeah, you're right, pal.
So, you know, brilliant competition from these guys.
Dorsey Dave is after Shaggy, but not close enough through there.
No, it's quite difficult to make a move here just because it's really. I thought he was going to go
a little bit later.
Well. Yeah,
a little bit later on his brakes.
To be fair, I did genuinely think he was going to go for it as well.
Look at the lead MCL's got. 5 seconds.
It's 5 seconds already. Right, on board with Dave, as he's going to have DRS down the Kennel Straight, one of the longest full throttle sections on the calendar, I'm sure. Taking Eau Rouge and Radiant very nicely, but here comes the DRS. Shaggy unable to really defend on that one.
Yeah,
and he's got the move done. Rookie's also got ahead of Exo on the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah,
Iconic's got Bird as well. So it's not all change, but there's a decent chunk of changes here on lap 12.
Certainly is. Obviously, we don't know what happened to Bird. It was like you said earlier. It was P5 or 6 around that area, and he's down now to P12. So lost his momentum there.
I mean, he was what's it called? On the inside of the Jackie X corner.
Yeah. Mindy's looking to make a move on Shaggy now. Yeah, this is the 6 seconds is the gap now between MCL and Verstappen.
Iconic's also looking to potentially make a move on Exo as well in the McLaren.
Yep. Well spotted, mate.
They're getting quite cosy, but Dave is going for round 2 in the bus stop chicane. We've seen how late he can brake, but he's not able to outbrake Steele, the defensive mastermind.
Defensive mastermind.
He really is. Not the guy with the blue head, because he's in an orange team, but Steele goes a little wide through the source. That might give him a slight better exit, because Dorsey Dave did have a little bit of wheel spin from what it sounded like, as they head down and then right back up the hill through the compression, over the brow.
Iconic's just going to make a move on Exo in his slipstream and pulls out to the right.
Here comes Dave up the inside. Dave's got it done well just before the Lake Com turning, and he had a woo moment there on the rear end for Dave. But Dave is in the podium positions. in
Bird's
his
lost another place.
Bird lost another place.
Yeah, to past the layout, just taking him.
But there is this pack forming from 3rd down to
Yes,
8th.
it is. Oh, yeah, it certainly has.
And, well, if last night is anything to go by after pack racing, well, my voice is going to be dry because last night, if you can catch either the stream on here, on International Paddock, or on my channel, twitch.tv/CasperIsEpic, you'll see that towards the middle of the race, there was a moment where I think I was commentating for an entire lap because there were moves made left, right, and centre there.
Certainly was, yeah. Iconic's making a move, I think, on Rookie. No, it's not close enough there.
I thought Shaggy was going to go for a move into the bus stop as well, but he wasn't quite close enough. Now, how much is this DRS train going to, well, what are the effects going to be of this DRS train? We will soon find out. Lap 14 of 44 on board with Shaggy as we head down the hill and then right back up again. One of the most iconic corners on both 2 and 4 wheels.
Yeah, that's iconic. Pro Ricardo makes a move on Wallace.
Still side by side. Wallace is trying to put a wheel in. He's got the front wing in, and they're still side by side despite Wallace, well, almost pushing him off track there. But Wallace has got the inside line through that 3rd right-hander, that 3rd corner in the chicane. Wallace is trying to try and bring it back to the apex. Not quite so. And he's got the move done just before the Jackie X curve.
Okay. Shaggy now with Steele and Minden.
Here comes Minden. He's going to go try round the outside of Piff Path. We've seen it work in WEC in real life, but he looks to have made it work. But Shaggy's going to have a little bit more speed through that 2nd section, but no. And he's made that move work. And, well, amazing respect between the two of them, because it takes a lot of balls to go side by side through Piff Path.
Wallace has got Shaggy. Up to P6 for Wallace. Minden and Steele aren't too far out his grip either.
Brilliant race being served up here, but MCL, just like yesterday, he's, well, how many laps has it been? 4 laps?
Since the safe gap, yeah.
Yeah, here comes Minden up the inside. He's got it for 4th place, but now here's the crucial bit. What sort of drive can he get out of last source?
Not bad.
Not too bad. It certainly impacted Steele's, but Steele is going to have DRS. He was using ERS down the hill as well, and he's using a bit more of the battery as the rear wing flap opens. This is one of the better sections for DRS, and here comes Steele.
Here he goes.
Like a rocket ship. And there's not really much Minden can do to defend himself. There's Pro Ricardo going a little bit wide.
Nice move by Steele, that. Empowering that McLaren. Oh, Minden's coming up on the inside.
On board with Wallace, getting a brilliant view from here. And is Wallace going to insert himself into this battle? Are they going to go side by side through Puon? Potentially, yes, they are. And Minden going round the outside of Puon, and here comes Wallace trying to take the 2 of them. Not quite. Movement there from the rear of Wallace's car, but a brilliant move around the outside of Puon. That takes some bravery pills, which he must have taken this morning, along with his breakfast.
If he pulled that move off, then that would have been move the century. I'm not just saying it's my lap, but that was unlucky.
To be fair, round the outside of Puon is also a very ballsy move. So regardless, that is, well, again, we've only had, 40 laps of racing action, but that is certainly a contender for move of the season already.
Yeah, definitely. Iconic's taking Shaggy. Shaggy's in the pits.
Shaggy has
medium
pitted.
Exo's past the layout. putting a fresh set of mediums on. So does that mean that mediums are 14, 15 laps?
I was going to say 15 sounds about right for mediums on
Yeah.
full distance, but here comes Pro Ricardo with DRS. There's not really much he can do. Can he take 2 cars? Yes, he can. Steele's a bit powerless here. He's gone from 5th to 7th in the space of a single kilometre .4.
To be exact.
To be exact, yes. I'm pretty sure the chemistry is 1 point. Oh, here goes this Wallace. Oh, moment there. He's definitely cut the corner. Side by, well, 3 wide through the hairpin. A lot of contact being made there. Bit of damage surely must have been done. But Wallace overall really didn't gain or lose a position. He stays in 6th despite that outrageous attempt at a move. He's going again up the inside of Piff Path. That gives Steele the outside line, which is really all he needs to be able to do to defend. He's going to go up the inside of Curve Paul Frere, but no, it's a little bit too fast. Steele just misses the apex, but that allows him to carry more speed through. And then it's a run up the hill. Here comes Wallace again. This battle between these two is something that we constantly see here in ERC. And, well, I don't get tired of it. I'm certain you don't. Here he comes again.
No. Yeah.
Here he comes again. Steele defending the inside line. Wallace outbraking himself slightly, but that gives him the inside line through here. But Steele's in the pits.
Another one on old mediums, 15 lap old mediums, so it's telling me, Simple Brain's telling me that mediums lasting in 15 laps, so.
That sounds about right, I think, yeah. So we are probably going to be expecting people like Dave, Exobird coming in soon.
So, and another thing, MCL, right? He's on 12 lap old mediums. By the time he is 15 lap old mediums, will perhaps be a pit stop.
Potentially, but Pro Ricardo's got ahead of Wallace using DRS.
Well,
so this battle for 5th place really has hotted up. But now, crucial question here is there's different tyre strategies clearly between Wallace, Pro Ricardo and Steele. So the question is, which is going to be the more effective? I wonder. But Steele's gone on another set of mediums.
Medium, is he going medium, soft?
So again,
got another 3 seconds.
Another. He's got 2 penalties like that within the space of about 3 laps. That's concerning.
Just cool down a little bit.
Ricky, calm down. But my thinking is,
Linden's going to lining up to move on Dorsey Dave. Dorsey Dave, sorry Dave. Dozy. But yeah, Minden the move.
Is he going to try and go back into the bus stop? Not quite. Starting on a medium is an unusual strategy choice, because by that point, let's assume that you take up the same amount of time. It's going to be too early for softs, too late for hards. So you're sort of stuck in between a no man's land. We've seen this in races like I know we had it in Spain 100 last season even. That's the one example that sticks in my head. So I think it's going to be a similar situation to that again.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. Yeah, definitely. Exo is making the move on Rookie. Yep. He's passed.
A McLaren passing a Red Bull?
Yeah, the face have got 3 seconds behind the tee.
And a Sternface got a 3-second time penalty for track limit. Steele's also getting ahead of Shaggy. So he's making moves, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Now he's got a 4.5-second gap to the next in line, which is Bird. But Shaggy's trying to mount a defence, going up the inside at the Bruxelles hairpin, but that's not worked on considerably older hards than Steele's mediums.
I'm on board with you. A little bit of a battle going on with Pro Ricardo, Wallace and Iconic, and I've just noticed Iconic's battery is 90%.
so that's going to be something very good that he can use. But he's got the drive. We do, again, this is in real life, so probably not going to translate to in-game, but we do usually see the Williams being very good in a straight line. It's going to be
And he's
interesting.
got DRS as well.
And he's going to have DRS down here as well, so it's going to be very interesting to see if and when he can, if he can replicate it.
Exit. Yeah, he's got a better exit, so.
Wallace has got a little wide through the source, but Iconic has taken a bit of curb as well. So I think that's sort of levelled them out.
Yeah.
So half a second gap, that's very easily surmountable.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Shaggy is back on the steel.
Meanwhile, here he comes. I said half a second. Well, it's going to be half a second, I reckon, by the time they break for Lake Com. Well, I over-exaggerated a bit. It's 3/10.
Iconic.
Well, no, it is half a second. Christ. More than that, even. Wow. Just proves the power of the DRS, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Shaggy's just took steel. Up to P12 for Shaggy. And
I'm
your
looking
gap
at...
between MCL and Verstappen will be 13 seconds very shortly.
I wouldn't... So he's probably going to come out, if he pits, where? Second? Third at worst?
I would say third, yeah.
Yeah, like around... still, you know, top 3, top 4 maybe even.
Yeah, definitely. He's going for another lap anyway, so...
Yeah, that's certainly...
Chance to increase that a little bit.
Oh, definitely. Ooh.
I'd love to...
Oh, hello. Sternface is retired from the session, and it's a safety car.
He had a crash, has he, somewhere? Yeah, he's there at...
Looks to be just before Piff Path.
It does.
Right, I'm going to check the Twitch stream, see if there's any questions or anything as such. Nothing at the moment.
Just going to say, it's come at a good time for MCL.
Yes and no. The way that I look at it, because it's come at a good time overall, but he's going to have to run another lap. In which, well, anything could really happen.
It could drop down to past P3, but we'll see. We'll see.
What did you say the delta was? Like 26?
And in the pits?
Yeah.
Average 23, it said.
23.
So, facts
right. Half that is usually roughly how long it takes under SC and VSC.
Verstappen, 3-second time penalty.
I reckon MCL is going to still stay in first. Despite the additional pit stop that he's going to be making. I tell you that, I do genuinely reckon he's going to be in first once he exits the pit lane.
Well, because Verstappen will be going in as well. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, in that case, definitely, yeah. Here he comes.
Yeah. Yeah, Verstappen, I think Verstappen will get back to P2 as well.
Right. In the meantime, I hate to do this, but I need the toilet. So I shall be back.
You get yourself off my feet.
I shall be back shortly.
Who you on with, and then I can talk about them.
Of course I will, love. All yours.
Who you on? Well, we'll go on with Verstappen. I'll talk about Verstappen. Let me have a look. So let's have a look at the Twitch channel, and we'll. I don't know who Casper's left me on with. But, Paddock. There we go. And we're on board with MCL and Verstappen. So Verstappen didn't pit. MCL comes out in P2. Pro Ricardo's P3. Pasleo P4. Minden P5. So So we'll just have a look at position changes from the start. So we'll Verstappen, your race leader at the moment, is up 3. MCL is as he was. Pro Ricardo's up 9 in P3. Pastoleo's up 11 in P4. Minden's down 2 in P5. Dorsey Dave's up 3 in P6. In P7 we've got Iconic, who's at 1 position down on his starting position. Shaggy's up 3 in P8. Steele is up 1 in P9. Wallace is down 2 in P10. Exo's up 2 in P11. Rookie is up 4 in P12. And Bird is down 6 in P13. We've lost Stern, Billy, and Adrenal. And I'll just have a look now at the tyre choices that have been made after the pit. And we see that Verstappen has stayed out on 16 lap old hards. MCL's put fresh mediums on. Pro Ricardo is on 16 lap old hards. Pasteleo is on 13 lap old hards. And Minden Bean with fresh mediums. Dorsey Day with fresh mediums. Iconic in P7 with 7 lap old mediums. Shaggy P8 on 5 lap old mediums. And Steele on 4 lap old mediums. The rest are either on fresh mediums or fresh hards as the safety car is coming in. So we saw MCL go quite early on the previous safety car. This is our 4th, by the way. So we'll see if Verstappen, as the safety car is in the pits now, so he can go at any time. And he's slowing right down for the bus stop, and boom, there he goes. He's not got MCL out. MCL is right in his diffuser, pulls to the left, the outside line, puts in. And that's a cracking move from MCL. Absolutely brilliant move. Puts him back in the lead. That lost pitting at the safety car, but MCL soon in front. As Pasteleo picks up time penalty there. And I'll just have a look through. Pastelo's down as he makes a move, as does Dorsey Dave. Dorsey Dave is now in P5 as Shaggy's being taken from Iconic, and down the bottom of the pack. Unfortunately, it can't get there. 2-year Bird has got past Patchet Exo, but MCL, who I think we're on board with, is well away. Already 2 seconds in front of Verstappen. Pro Ricardo is in P3 and Minden in P4, being pressured by Dorsey Dave. Pasteleo a little bit further down the field. Iconic and Shaggy are all over the back of Pasteleo. There'll be a move coming up shortly, I think. As Shaggy and Steele join the race with Wallace too. So this is a very close battle with these 5, maybe 6, as Rookie is also closing in on them. So, like I say, old Minden Bean has just taken Pro Ricardo for P3. And all the action is from P6 down. As we see Dorsey Dave past Pro Ricardo, MCL sets the fastest lap of the 1:45.6. Wallace and Steele again carrying on with their battling. Shaggy. Oh, I can't make head or tail of this now, but we've got Iconic. Steele, Wallace, Shaggy, Bird, Rookie, all swapping positions. Come on, Casper. We're missing out on this action. Casper, come on, hurry up, zip up and come on. Up the top, we've got Minden, who's really catching up to the back of Verstappen. MCL's gone, he's 4.5 seconds away. Minden Bean and Dorsey Dave. I can see it all, unfortunately you can't. Rookie license has just been taken by Bird. Bird is up to P11. Yeah, really cracking battle here mid-pack. Pasteleo, Iconic, Steele, Wallace, Steele and Wallace again, swapping positions as Iconic picks up a time penalty. Casper, come on. Hamilton has taken P2 away from Verstappen. Verstappen is all over the back of him, waiting for a chance to get past, but no, Minden's pulling away as Dash just loses the back end a little bit. Iconic is down to P13. So back with the dueling mid-pack, we have got Pro Ricardo, Wallace, Pasteleo. Wallace is on the move now up to P6 and ready to make the move. Our DRS is enabled. Wallace will be looking now as Steele pulls on his outside. He's got the inside line there. You can't see this because Casper's having a wee. Wallace gets a better exit now and he's chasing down Pro Ricardo for P5. Back up the front. Minden has pulled a second gap already on Verstappen and actually making headways to the back of MCL. The gap is 6.5. Verstappen now making the move. Dorsey Dave can't see, it's giving me a really bad angle.
Here he goes round the outside of Lake.
You're missing it all, mate. Missed it all.
Have I?
Your mid pack from P6 down. All right, you've got Verstappen who's dropped from P2. Minden took him. Dorsey Dave then took him.
Here's Wallace going up the inside of the Bruxelles hairpin. He's only gone and got it done. No way for Steele to try and defend. And I think there's another move being made. Whoa, loads of contact going around the back of the...
Iconic's out.
Iconic is out, going through Jackie X curve. Contact for, I think, Rookie and Exo and Pasteleo as well.
Yeah.
Bird was also involved. Bird's lost his front wing. Pasteleo looks okay. It's only
safety
virtual,
car
though.
is out. The safety car is out on track. You can see it. But while you were away, there was some tremendous racing from P6 down with Steele, Shaggy, Rookie, Bird, Wallace, Pasteleo. They were all swapping positions, and then all of a sudden Minden that got past Verstappen, P2, and Verstappen got taken straight away from Dorsey Dave as well.
Damn, and during all that time, all these guys had to watch his MCL.
Yeah, exactly. But never mind, nature takes its course, and we see Steele.
Done it just!
Steele's option to stay out again, as all the others round him hit, so Steele is up to P3. Oh dear, Michael.
Don't die on me, please. I don't want to have to fill out the paperwork.
I would give you the pleasure.
Aww.
Yeah, Iconic. I just received a 3-second time penalty, and within a couple of corners he was out. So,
well, it seems like he's not going to be serving it now, will he?
No. No. So then, what was I going to say?
What were you going to say? I was about to ask.
Softs on. Yeah, Pro Ricardo's put the softs on. Is he going to try and make positions up before he does pit for his final choice? I don't know. Or is he going to gamble with another safety car soon?
Possibly.
You never know what's going through his mind.
Possibly.
Because that is now our 5th safety car.
5th?
Aye.
We've only just passed half distance
in the old games, in the old games, 2021, I think there was a maximum of 3 safety cars. So let's hope that doesn't carry on to 23, because there'll be cars everywhere.
Let me do a little bit of research, because you mentioned that.
See, Wallace has stopped out on 15 lap-hole hards. Steele stopped out on 8 lap-hole mediums. Minden Bean has stopped out on 5 lap-hole mediums, and MCL stopped out with the 4-lap old mediums. So everybody else, apart from those, I've been in the pits and swapped. Majority of the field are on mediums. There's 3 drivers on hards now: Shaggy, Wallace, and Dorsey Dave. And then just a 1 driver, Pro Ricardo, on softs.
So, in terms of the 2021 game,
Wallace pits.
the limit was around 4 actual safety cars and 7 VSCs in a single race, which is a lot already.
Yes.
So if anybody was to max that out, then yes, that is...
Well, let's just put mediums on. That was no, it won't see him to the end, will it? Might do. 18
Has he
laps.
put mediums?
He has.
He's still got 5 lap old mediums on, so he's not going to be pulling that till the end.
No, I didn't realise that. I didn't know. I thought they put fresh mediums on, but no. 5 lap old mediums. My mistake.
No, it's fine. That it doesn't say anywhere that there is a limit.
How come Pro Ricardo has lost 2 places? He's been taken by Verstappen and Pro. No, he's back there now.
It must have been that he accidentally got overtaken under braking or something.
Yeah. So MCL back in charge of the pack when the safety car decides to go in. We have seen him go quite early in recent restarts.
To be fair, he does both, really. I've seen him go quite early. And
Yeah, he does mix and match, doesn't he? Mix and match. But he had a tremendous start just when the last restart. And he was behind. So, anyway. We've lost 4. Iconic, Sternface, Billy and Adrenal. So we're down to 12. And with the red lined soft Pro Ricardo.
Now, at this point in the race, we are beyond...
Safety car's in.
Safety car is in, but we are beyond the half distance. So in terms of... What's the word? In terms of these drivers racing multiplayer in League, at least in ERC, this is new territory. So... I don't know about you, I don't know if you've done any 100% online races.
What? Raced or commentated?
Raced.
I have raced, but my racing isn't the same as everybody else's racing. As MCL's gone really early.
He looks to have gone really early, but Wallace is having a little bit of trouble at the back of the pack as well. As we go green, green, green for the 5th time in this race, starting lap 27 of 44, we only have 17, I think, if my math served me correctly, somewhere around about that number. And again, he's already pulled out a second.
As everybody's clear again. Turn 1, all clear.
Have we had any incidents at turn 1?
Right, Wallace is in the pits. He's obviously being given the wrong tyres, hasn't he? As he's put softs on.
Has he put on another set of softs?
Tyres. He was on mediums, 5 lap old mediums, wasn't he?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, so they've given the wrong tyre. But anyway, MCL looking to put himself a nice little gap. Pro Ricardo is battling with Verstappen P5.
Now you'd think Dave is on hards, Verstappen's on mediums, Ricardo is on softs. You'd think that both Verstappen and Pro Ricardo will catch up in leaps and bounds on Dave. Yep. They're not really catching up as much as you'd think.
No, they're not. But Dorsey Dave, he held up now, I think, a little bit by Mr. Michael Steele. Needs to get past That gap's growing and he's making his move.
Here he goes around the outside of Blanchimont. Doesn't need any braking opportunity. He's just got there on pure speed. And is Verstappen going to be able to make it 2 down a single straight? He might do, because Steele goes to defend. He's taking the inside line on exit of the bus stop. Movement on the rear there from Verstappen. But new mediums versus old mediums, you can really tell the difference.
And Provocado with the soft, he thinks better of it.
But I think he might have a slightly better drive out of La Source. DRS is not going to be active for this lap as well, so he's not going to be able to have that advantage. But he should be able to carry more speed up through here, as he does. Better drive with energy, but he's not able to overtake quite yet. No DRS yet, but Steele's given a go on Verstappen. No move to be made there. So overall, Verstappen made a position, and now he's going to be trying to pull away and make a move on Dave, who's on the podium. But Pro Ricardo has got on the inside of the hairpin at Bruxelles as they go into Jackie X curve. Steele's lost 2 positions in the space of, well, half a lap.
I know you can't be at 2 places at once, but there's a nice little battle for 8th as well with Rookie, Exo, Pasteleo and Bird. But no, the action's everywhere again. You don't know where to look.
Spa brings as always, Spa delivers as always. So, again, more reasons to love it.
I'll echo that comment, mate, definitely, as Exo is really...
Here comes Pasteleo. It's a move for 9th place. And he doesn't need any braking zone. Sparks coming out of that rear diffuser certainly not helping Exo. Yeah, but he's got that move done.
Bird's next on the Exo overtakes as DRS is enabled. Yeah, I can see now Bird's going to take Exo. I'm pretty positive he is. Oh, he's got the inside line. Oh, no,
he's not making a move though.
No. Surprised at that, but never mind.
But he's certainly going to use that drive through here, through Eau Rouge here, and then Radion at the top of the hill.
Steele and Shaggy. Shaggy's making the move on Steele here. Yeah.
As is Bird and Exo. Bird's got ahead of Exo, the 2 South Africans, giving it a good battle as they always do. Lap 29 of 44 in this race. We've had 5 safety cars. Welcome along to the ERC 100 race if you've just joined us. MCL is streaking ahead. 2.8 seconds clear of Minden. Dave in 3rd with Verstappen in 4th place. As we see a battle here for 8th. Is Pasteleo going for the inside of Piff Paff? Yes, he is. But contact.
Ooh,
Whoa! Contact! Oh, that is going to be something to look into.
Car.
That is probably going to be virtual safety car for now. That's a 5-second penalty for a collision with Steele. I would argue possibly a little bit more would be needed, simply because there was 1, 2, 3 bangs on the tyre.
Oh, and Pasteleo's just driven into a wall without steering.
Well, that's not good for his chances of a not a meaningful points haul, but a bigger points haul than what he could have had.
Virtual safety cars brought pit stops for Verstappen and Shaggy. Oh, sorry, Verstappen and Pro Ricardo. And yeah, still racing.
Pasteleo's retired.
Yeah.
Indeed. As Steele, we are back to green. DRS is re-enabled as they try and fix Steele's front wing.
Yeah, he's gone. He's out.
And out he goes. Now, what tyres is he on? Because he could probably... He's on hards. Okay, so he's going to be running that till the end, hopefully.
Definitely, yeah.
Hoping for a safety car towards the end. As he is now bottom of the field because of Wallace's pit stop problems after the 5th safety car about 5 laps ago.
Yeah, have you noticed who's in P5? Strategist Rookie is in P5 from P16 on the grid.
From P16 to P5, that is again, we've I don't want to say we've grown to expect it, but it does happen quite often.
Yeah. Too often Rookie to be a fluke. The guy's a magician.
He really is a tyre whisperer on this one.
Tyre whisperer, good. I like that. The tyre whisperer. I like that.
He's just whispering to the tyres, hey guys, just be nice to me, yeah? But I'm just looking up and down. Any other big stories? Well, we've got the 2 South Africans, 6th and 7th.
Yep, that's when apart from Rookie and Shaggy, that's your nearest battle, isn't it? That's your closest battle.
I reckon Rookie will take him down the Camel Straight, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, he's going to have DRS. Yeah, he's going around the outside of the King, and he's got him well before the break.
P4.
Considering he's in a Red Bull, you would sort of expect that.
He's got to manage his tyres though if there's no more safety cars as our Rookie. He's we're doing what?
Could you push to 20 on mediums?
Well, obviously there's more earlier on, so 14, 15 laps. Obviously there's more rubber on the track now, so they're pushing it, but if anybody can manage the tyres, Rookie can.
I mean, realistically, that if the pace of safety cars is going to continue, there probably is going to be at least one more. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So my logic is there's probably going to be at least one more. That is essentially a lap of free tyre wear that Rookie's going to have. So that's going to help him. While everybody else jets for the pits. People like MCL most likely going to have to pit, because he's going to be pushing it to 23-ish.
Yeah, he is.
Minden's going to push it to 24 as well, so he's going to most likely be looking to pit. So Rookie's
will be pitting. Yeah, he's
pulled off a strategic blinder here. If he can keep his tyres in good nick.
Shaggy's not going to let him get away that easily.
Up the hill they go, down the Camel Straight, passing the Endurance pit exit. Here comes Shaggy.
There you go, Shaggy.
Round the outside. And again, doesn't need any braking, but crucially, he's not pulled out as much of a gap as Rookie did before.
No.
Because when Rookie passed him, it was just upwards of half a second. Now it's, well, 3/10.
Yeah, Exo and Bird are quite close.
Yes, Exo and Bird are quite close, 6th and 7th. There is only a 1 point difference between 6th and 7th. Remember, we do have a slight different points system here, from 30 points for first to 20th place getting 1 point. I can't get the words out today. It's very much sort of a sliding scale. And then 1 point for fastest lap, and then drivers that have a clean race, they don't get any penalties. Ooh, yellow in the second sector. That is Jackie X corner. That is Wallace. As you see, Dash Stappen making a move on Exo through Blanchimont. Who's going to be on better on the brakes? Dash Stappen gone in a little bit deep, but that's going to help him defend. But Exo should theoretically have a better run out of here, but he doesn't. That's going to allow Dash Stappen to keep the place. And he's just outside of DRS range as well.
Rookie's got, unfortunately, lost his back end there and lost the chance to get past Shaggy, who got a better drive. But that battle continues.
both Verstappen and Exo are going to have DRS down this lap here, going through the Kemmel straight. That's going to
past Shaggy. He's terribly swapping positions now, aren't they?
But yeah, they really are.
Bird and then to catch up. The Bird was 2.8 seconds was he behind Shaggy last lap, and now he's down to 1.9. So them to pair dueling is giving Bird Verstappen a chance to bridge that gap between them.
I reckon Shaggy's in it till the end though, because he's on 8-lap old hards. You can push the hards for another 12. 20-lap old hards would not be a surprise. So all in all, it's a strategy that's worked out very much for Shaggy. Could we be looking at a potential first win for him?
You never know.
In the meantime, Verstappen's got through on Piff Path. It's a very brave move. We've seen a lot of moves in that right-left chicane towards the end of the second sector in Piff Path. So there's a lot of very brave move being made by the drivers. As here comes Shaggy, heading up the inside, but Rookie's just going to outbrake himself. He's going to go a little bit deep. Again, good line to defend through turn 20.
And a little battle behind these two as well with Bird and Verstappen, but Shaggy's got a very good drive out of that turn there. Lost a little bit of ground.
He lost a hefty chunk of ground. And is he going to be within DRS range? Just about, I think. It's 9/10 as they pass DRS detection now, so he's going to have DRS. He's not going to be able to close up or pass. Well, he's going to close up, but he's not going to pass. As we look on with Exo, he's closing up, not using the battery. Doesn't really need to. Can he outbrake Verstappen into Les Combes? Not quite. Goes a little bit deep, misses the apex.
So Ricardo's just got past Exo.
So he has. Good spot.
Keep pulling out a little bit on Shaggy. Dorsey Davies inching closer to Minden, and Minden is quite close now. 2.9 seconds behind MCL. That's been cut a little bit, hasn't it, Casper? Sorry, mate.
That's fine.
Sorry,
That really has been cut down a little bit. So maybe MCL's tyres a little bit more worn. Has Minden gone more for a tyre conservation strategy?
Could be.
Could be. We shall.
Dorsey Davies also catching up to Minden. It's just over a second is the gap there. That was close to 2 seconds earlier, but that's getting cut.
It's getting cut pretty quickly as well. Is he going to be within DRS range? It's going to be close.
It is.
I think he's just missed it though.
Just missed it, yeah. And then just miss it at the top here as well.
3-car battle here between Rookie, Shaggy and Verstappen. It's a battle for 4, so not particularly on the podium, but a decent haul of 19 points is on offer for 4th place. As we see Shaggy getting overtaken by Verstappen, they're side by side heading down the Kemmel straight. Verstappen does have the inside and he makes it work. Forcing Shaggy on
also made the move on. Sorry.
Go on.
Ricardo's made the move on Bird. Up to 7.
Move for 7th. Action every lap, it seems.
Certainly does.
I'm not complaining. Not enough time for a drink, but I'll be all right.
Yeah, we're down to single digits now on laps remaining, so shouldn't be long before we
should
can get
not
a little
be
bit of a
too
breather.
long.
That gap between MCL and Minden is 2.6 now.
So it's sort of bubbling between 2 and 3 on that one, I think.
Yeah. As Verstappen and Rookie are quite close now, mate.
They really are. As we look on board with Verstappen, 5 laps difference in terms of tyre wear. Verstappen is getting quite close. The AlphaTauri sister car getting close to the Red Bull, which again is a sentence you would not be hearing in real life. Unless...
Close enough, I don't think he is. No.
Well, he's going to be close enough for DRS. Certainly. So he's going to be able to blast past. Because they are on the same engine as well. So they are going to be able to blast past. But he's got a good drive going through Rouge. He really closes up there. Is side by side on exit of Radion and doesn't even really need DRS to make the move.
No, he doesn't.
So so the question is about how much is he going to be able to pull away? What is the gap as they head into Lake Com? It's 4/10. It's just gone up a little bit now as well. So, you know, probably not as much as Shaggy as Dash Stappen was hoping for. But listen, a gap is a gap.
Exactly.
And he looks to be pushing like gone hell for leather. So, and he's already, he's opened the gap to 1.3. Plus, he's going to be staying on these tyres till the end. Rookie may necessitate an additional pit stop.
Right, I'm thinking now, my head's thinking, obviously, MCL and Minden surely will have to pit before the end of the race.
Is it going to pay off for them, though? Because it's...
No, it's not. Dorsey Davies in a very good position there.
He really is, as is Dash Stappen, and to a slightly lesser extent, Rookie.
Mm-hmm. Shaggy as well.
Shaggy, yeah. Shaggy's in a decent position.
Don't forget Dash Stappen's got penalties as well, so that's going to shoot him down a little bit.
3 seconds, so it's not too much of a penalty. Also, in terms of penalties, Wallace has 6 and Steele has 3, so they're both at the back. They're not going to be really changing much. But Dash Stappen only has 3 seconds, so it's not too bad. Well, considering the pace that Dash Stappen's had over this past lap, it's pretty astonishing. But here comes Pro Ricardo going round the outside of the kink on the Kennel Straight.
No.
He's got the move done well before Lake Com, and that's one problem that people do have with this track, is that overtakes on this track really are just horrendously easy, usually. Just because of how long that DRS section is.
Pro Ricardo on Rookie. Verstappen's got a pen. Another one.
Now that's another pen for Dash Stappen.
Yeah. Pro Ricardo.
That's up to 6 seconds. Now that's gonna moment there for Pro Ricardo, but back to Dash Stappen. That's certainly gonna. It's on 6 seconds, and at the moment that'll put him in 8th. Round about.
Dorsey Davies closed up to back of Minden. Minden's tyres coming to an end. Doesn't pit, but
here comes Pro Ricardo. He's had to lift a little bit through Blanchimont, I think, but he's going to go around the outside of the bus stop chicane. He's still side by side, but that gives him the opportunity to get to defend through there. Oh, moment for the rear there. Lost control. That gives Shaggy a boost of position.
Yeah. Wow.
Rookie was very much collateral damage in that one.
Can't see any damage, but...
Well, no, but like collateral damage that he was affected through no fault of his own.
He's lucky. He's lucky he hasn't got damage, mate. Very lucky.
Yeah, oh definitely. Yeah. But Pro Ricardo's going for another move, try and reclaim 5th back from Shaggy. He's got DRS. He doesn't really need to be pushing too hard. And as long as he can stay within 6 seconds of Dash Stappen, which he's about 4/10 away of.
Exo and Bird are just touch wheels. Bird's not Exo out of the way, side by side, the way it was attack, and Exo's lost a little bit of room there. Steele's picked up another penalty, so he's on 6 points now, I think.
And also in terms of fastest lap, because we do get a given point fastest lap, it's MCL by about 6/10, I think. Ahead of Dash Stappen with a 46.2. But Pro Ricardo is now within that 6 seconds, so as long as he can stay there, he's certainly going to have 4th place nailed down. As on board with Dorsey Dave as he starts 6 laps to go, lap 39 of 44. MCL and Minden are well, MCL is very far ahead in the lead. Minden not so much, but both Minden and MCL are on heavily worn mediums.
Yeah.
If they pit, they're going to end up at the back of the field. So they can't really pit now, can they?
Well, usually thought not, but they are chancing it a little bit, mate, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be losing much more points by
Dorsey
pitting.
Dave is close to Minden now.
They're going to be losing much more points by pitting and finishing in 9th than not pitting and possibly finish about 5th.
Yeah,
it's
right.
sort of like that gamble that you're going to be looking at. What's moves been done? 2 South Africans are fighting, Exo and Bird. I'm sure they're not. I hope they're not squabbling over biltong or anything.
Well, you never know with these South Africans argue over anything.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Bird has got a puncher. No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. I was about to say, doesn't look to be.
Yeah, he lost a lot of momentum on the corner, so I just thought he'd pop one, but no, doesn't seem to have. But anyway.
Looking on with Shaggy as he goes through Curve Paul Frere and through Stavilo, flat to the floor here. As they start the run back up the hill for the 39th time in this race. Steele's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit violations again. As here comes Shaggy, he's going to go on the inside of the bus stop, not quite. Rookie again goes in deep, but that gives him a good line to defend through that second corner of the bus stop. And here we go again. Oh, hello, yellow's in the second sector. That looks to be a green car.
It's Wallace.
No, oh, it's Wallace.
Wallace,
okay.
it was.
Okay. But here we are. We're looking at Dorsey, Dave, and Minden.
Yeah.
Dave's really closed up.
Bird's past Exo.
Didn't even need the camel straight, but Exo is now going to have DRS. And here he comes like a lion. Exo almost forced off the track there by Bird, but Exo's taking the outside line around Lecom. Inside here, and then ooh contact there. Ooh, spin there for Exo. Didn't hit the wall, but he did spin out, so that's going to lose him a heap of time.
Ooh, there's going to be some swearing with them two later.
Oh, I can imagine. To be fair, I can imagine they're also in a voice call now as well. So
yeah, it's going to be blue.
It's going to be very angry. There's been a lot of incidents in this race, so I wonder what's going to happen in the Discord later tonight. I can't wait.
Dorsey Dave got DRS. But no, doesn't make the move. Sure,
a little bit
get
too
momentum
far,
up top of the Rouge, you'll get there, I think. Shaggy and Rocky, no, I don't think Shaggy's close enough now. Yeah, let's Dorsey
Dave's getting close now as well. Exo's got given the position from Bird, but here comes Dave, DRS, no battery used, but here he comes, not able to make a move into Lecom.
Again,
and so
Bird,
he stays in third.
Yeah, again, Bird gives up a position after a mistake. That's twice I've witnessed that from Bird in the last few races, and hats off to him for being a gentleman.
Yeah, to be fair, genuinely fair play between the pair of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not racing for massive points. They're racing between themselves at this point. There's no penalties that are going to be inflicted or anything. So it's not like it's anything massive at stake between the pair of them. So I'm glad it's no harm, no foul. But
Minden's doing well to keep Dorsey Dave off.
I was about to mention that as well. The gap between Minden and Dave is up to just over a second. It was for a brief moment in time. Now it's coming back down. But it's interesting how that gap fluctuates, because it goes up, then it goes down, then back up, and then back down.
Same with Shaggy and Rupee, innit? And Shaggy's close now.
I was about to say, well, speaking of, Shaggy's had a little bit of a poor line through Blanchimont, but that's not, so it's not going to help him particularly. But through the bus stop, lap 42 is about to start, so we're on 3 to go. We've got about 5 minutes left of this race. They go round La Source for the 42nd time in this race. I was always wondering what the endurance pits were, because they were always just there. But now that
has he got the move done?
He's making the move now. He's got the DRS. He's certainly making the move, but Rookie's sticking his nose in, trying to defend. But it's not really working for him, trying to go around the outside of turn 7, but that's not going to work for him either. So Shaggy's finally made the move into 6th after God knows how many laps.
Yeah.
But he's gone a little bit wide, giving Rookie the ability to attack. Side by side through Jackie X is a no-go. So Shaggy stays ahead. Sorry, I just said the sentence side by side through Jackie X. That must be painful for him. But as I was saying, because you know the endurance pits.
Yeah.
I always thought, like, what were they for? Because like young me, 2 years ago, me just thought they were like an old section of the track. Until I found endurance races, I didn't actually know what they were.
Yeah, it's. I actually don't see where the pits are for endurance on this game.
You can't. Stappen has now pitted for softs, so he looks to be going for fastest lap.
Right, I don't understand that move. Don't understand it. As Dorsey Dave gets past Minden, I can't understand that move from Verstappen.
I can't understand it either. I can't understand it either. It's not worth the gamble. We've got Exxon and Bird pitting. Them, I understand.
Yeah.
Because they're at the back of the grid. But
yeah.
Verstappen, not so. But now, Dave's going to try and close down an 8-second gap within a lap and a half, which, you know, that's probably not going to happen. Minden's left the session.
Oh, he's having internet problems, is he?
It looks to be. Now, one thing that we... Ooh, careful there, Minden AI, blimey. One thing that we have changed for the AI for this season is in last season we had them at difficulty 40. Now we have them at difficulty 65.
Mm-hmm.
As here comes Bird trying to make a move on Exo, possibly, maybe? Or are they just trying to not interrupt each other for fastest lap? I don't... Yeah.
Yeah,
otherwise he would have overtaken him.
Minden's in the pits.
Minden's in the pits. Maybe he was hoping the AI's pitted for him. The AI has pitted for Minden.
Wow.
Because he's just come back.
He's not going to be happy about that.
He is not going to be a happy man after that either. So Ricardo is given P3. Minden drops to 6th after being in 3rd. As we look on with MCL, your race leader, Phil. Well, almost his whole race. But that is, wow, that is really unfortunate for him.
Certainly is. Certainly is.
Here comes Rookie going up the outside of Shaggy for the last time down the Camel Straight through Lake Com. He's made the move. Now, can he hold it for the last 5 kilometers of this racetrack? Shaggy tries to move down the inside of the hairpin. He looks to be making it work, but not quite. Ooh, almost contact there between the pair of them. And this is just inviting Minden back. So he might be able to gain a position or two off of this pair. Because they are on worn tyres. Minden is on brand new ones. Here comes Minden trying to go around the outside of Piff Path. That is a brave move. And he straddled the curb. So that's lost him a load of time there. And Rookie's been able to get ahead as well. So, MCL is your winner for the ERC 100 race.
Well done, MCL.
Didn't even notice that he was coming up to the line. Dorsey Day, second place on his return to the ERC, in the 100 at least. And Pro Ricardo, after starting well, where did he start? Started in 12th, finishing 3rd. That's a pretty good result for him overall.
Yeah, and Dorsey Dave.
And Rookie as well. He started from the back of the grid, finishing 4th. There's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be particularly happy.
No,
as
not.
What are we looking at in terms of times between these pair as well? Because they are going for the fastest lap. EXO was 1.7 up on his personal best, but I don't think that's going to be enough for a fastest lap. Dash Stappen's got a 1:44.2 as they go through the bus stop for the final time. And EXO's not got it, and I don't think either has Bird.
No.
So, wow. That is a race for a second and a half.
Ain't it just? Where to start?
Where'd you start?
Well, I'm going to give my driver of the day to Dorsey Dave.
I'm going to give mine to Rookie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I know we've grown to expect a strategic masterclass, but I've not seen one from him for a while. So it's glad to see him back on the back towards the top on the new game. But
yeah, so
that is it. That is your ERC 100 race for this week. Be sure to tune in on Sunday, where we've got my old mate Mike here with Goose covering the Sunday race, which is half distance also around here, which, going by yesterday, is bound to be a good race as well. MCL is your winner with Dave and Pro Ricardo on the podium. Rookie, a brilliant masterclass from 4th. Shaggy also making up a decent chunk of positions in 5th. Minden bound not to be happy because of his network connectivity problems in 6th. Dash Stappen making an unusual strategy call in 7th. EXO and Bird in 8th and 9th, and Wallace and Steele rounding out your finishers. That is it from us. Be sure to tune in on Sunday and next week, where next week we're at Imola. So it's a goodbye from Mike.
And it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me as well. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday.
Certainly will. Bye for now.